June 4th. You can see I've got today's paper. Also, my phone says the 4th. At least I think it will. There you go. Okay. So this really is to document kind of the status of the house when I moved in, which was about a month ago. And I'm doing this because a previous renter named Chris came by and told me that the house was in pretty rough shape, and he's attempting to keep most of his damage deposits. So this is the front yard of the house. He warned me that the landlords were a little bit shady, so this is for documentation purposes. See, the status of the yard is in very bad shape. The house has basically been neglected for quite a while. It's not horrible, but there's quite a few bugs. There's clearly some damage in the front deck. This pot holder was busted. I actually had to put a couple screws in it to get it to even hold this pot. The garage door, this is one of the original garage doors. This one's got a new garage door opener. The garage itself is a little bit dark. Overall, its condition's not poor, although it was never really cleaned. You can see that it's actually rather filthy. Like I said, it's not the nicest place in the world, but it's not the worst either. The house wasn't really cleaned. I don't think that the landlord cleaned the house at all, other than having the carpet supposedly shampooed, which she said she was going to do, but there's still stains all over the carpet, so that's part of what I'm going to document here. Obviously, it's just dirty. Now, when I moved in, there's quite a bit of garbage over this side of the house. The hoses are mine. The two trash cans are obviously sent to me by Waste Management. This pool is hers, and she told me that she would come to get it, and she never had. Now, there was a washing machine here, and she did come get that, but there's still what appears to be a couple car ramps, or ramps of some sort here, that she hasn't picked up. The yard itself is in pretty poor shape. As a matter of fact, I've already had a neighbor call and complain about it. This swing set is in pretty poor shape, as you can see. Probably not safe for kids. Previous renter also notified me of this patchwork repair here, which obviously does not make that very safe. Kids should not be allowed on it, and I won't allow any on it. You can see in the state of the type of things that apparently go on here. Now, this thing apparently is a sandbox, and it's filled with sand, and apparently this is hers as well. I doubt she has any intention to come get it. The whole backyard is basically covered in Creeping Charlie. It's pretty obvious it's not very good. I've mowed it twice, tried to pick up most of the sticks. Still working on it, but there are some obvious damaged spots. This back here, I have no idea what this is. Apparently, right back in here is what used to be somebody's pond. And now it's just a mosquito nest. So you can see the damage that status of the yard. There's apparently some ring here for a garden or something. This wood was all here when I moved in. I have not touched any of this. I have not had a fire. Here's some of the sticks that we've picked up. Again, I'm just documenting this for my own safety, so that people can see what the status of the house was when I moved in. Here's a shot of the house from the backyard. And it's not terrible, but it's certainly been neglected. One thing you'll notice is some of the weeds. The yard is really not much grass. It's more garbage than anything. This gutter apparently was supposed to go up here and either never made it or it fell down and they never fixed it. That was here when I moved in, as was this gutter here, as was that. Here's the status of the deck. It was warned by the previous renter that he was charged money for damage to the deck, although when he said when he moved in it was so covered in slime that he actually had to pressure wash it. He said the whole deck looked like this square does right here. If you can see this square, this is where he had his portable shed, plastic shed. And then he power washed the rest of it. She apparently charged him a couple $100, and I don't remember the exact number, for these couple of boards that need to be replaced. Overall, the deck's not in very good shape. It's not terrible by any means. I wouldn't say that it's unsafe, but it's not in the best condition. This was left over. That was left over. That was left over. That's new. The status of the downstairs bathroom. It's in relatively decent shape. I wouldn't say that it's bad by any means. Radiant heat. This room is really not too bad. The washroom isn't too bad. I don't know if you can see inside there or not, so I can get my flashlight turned on. This is the laundry chute. You can see that this has been severely pushed down. It's just old and rotten. It's not in very good shape, but overall it's not that bad. There was plastic film left on the windows. Some of them, not all of them. You can see that it's still plastic film on there. Washer and dryer are mine. I had to buy them separately. Numerous stains in the carpet. You'll be able to see those. Entryway. Entryway is not too bad. Actually, in all reality, it's in pretty decent shape. I installed this whiteboard myself. and I did not obtain permission, so if there's any damage deposit there, I'll have to eat that. The carpet obviously looks pretty bad. You can see here where there's additional stains. The carpet's in pretty rough shape. Overall, the main living room's not too bad. So we're going to go to the basement. The basement overall is in pretty rough shape. Carpet's pretty stained, and you can see it pretty well when you get up close to it, what kind of condition it's in. Some of this dirt, of course, is mine from moving in, but overall the carpet was in very rough shape. So you notice here, these red stains are all over the place. Let's see if I can get another light turned on here. There's another red stain. It's like somebody was playing with Kool-Aid or something, I don't know. There's another stain there on the floor. Try to get another light turned on here. Some more stains. Quite a few of these bugs have been in the house. They're everywhere, especially in the basement. Which is, by the way, where my grandmother stays. More of the red stains. More stains back here. She claimed she had this thing shampooed, but it looked like it was vacuumed to me. Again, I have no proof of that. Storage room. This rack was still in here. This stuff was all still in here. That little plaything, that thing there. This attachment. The rest of the stuff is my grandmother's. This box down here, this huge chest. This old nasty thing was left here. As was this chair. The rest of it's my grandmother's. Or mine. So there were some crayons left here. This kind of stuff. This is typical. This is typical of the kind of condition of most of the stuff. It's quite a bug problem. Let's go to the other side. That's an example if they're nice. They're handiwork there. Over here, this stuff is all ours. This was what the wall looked like when we moved in from the previous renters. This is mine. That's not mine. Or is that picture? This cabling system is certainly not my handiwork. This desk or the shelf was here, but the contents in it are mine. Except for the rocks down there at the bottom are not. Here is the boiler and the fantastic work involved in the boiler room. I'm sure that's up to code. Apparently there's some boiler maintenance notes here, which I probably better not even touch. This monstrosity, you can't even see it. Let me find a light over here so we can see this. This whole back room was not cleaned. Matter of fact, this whole house wasn't cleaned. This was all back here when I moved in. This weight bench, which is extremely rusted and in very rough shape, apparently is hers, and she just doesn't feel like she needs to move it out, I guess. I was never contracted that this particular item would be moved out before I moved in. However, she was told that, or she did tell me that she would clear the house out. Look, more weights. More garbage, more stuff, more junk. I'll continue with the bedroom upstairs.